In the silent hours of the night, when the world is draped in darkness and quiet, their mind remains a restless whirlwind of thoughts and memories. Every passing minute seems to stretch into an eternity as they lie awake, tormented by the fragments of a past left unresolved. The pieces of their history, mistakes made, words unspoken, and actions that can never be undone, continuously swirl in their thoughts, refusing to fade into the background of time. They spend countless nights grappling with the overwhelming realization that every moment they once took for granted now burns with the intensity of regret. It is as though the night itself has become a stage where the echoes of past choices replay in vivid detail. There is a constant, almost tangible presence of the moments they wish they could change, each one a silent reminder of a decision that now haunts them. The remorse is not quiet or subdued, it roars like an unyielding storm inside their head, relentless and all-consuming. In this ceaseless internal battle, even the simplest of memories, the laugh you once shared, the quiet conversation you had, has transformed into a symphony of regret and longing. Once, the person who now burns with a desperate need for your attention appeared indifferent, almost detached from the emotions that bound you together. In a time not so long ago, they had cast aside the significance of your presence, dismissing it as fleeting or inconsequential. But as time has passed, the roles have been dramatically reversed. The tables have turned in a way that is both ironic and painfully honest. The same person who once dismissed your importance now finds themselves overwhelmed by a yearning they can no longer ignore. Every decision, every moment of hesitation, now weighs on them with a gravity that only deep regret can evoke. At the core of their sleepless nights is the relentless reminder of their earlier disregard, a blatant neglect that now seems impossible to forgive, even by their own standards. They recall a time when external influences and the pressure to conform led them astray, causing them to yield to the expectations of others rather than following the inner voice that had long whispered the truth about your value. These external pressures, once seen as guiding lights, have now dimmed, revealing the fragility of the relationships built upon them. The very alliances and influences that once swayed their choices have crumbled, leaving them exposed to the harsh consequences of decisions made in a moment of misguided vulnerability. In this moment of reckoning, they are forced to confront the undeniable truth: you are unforgettable. Your presence lingers like a persistent melody that refuses to be silenced, echoing in every corner of their consciousness. No matter how much time passes, no matter how far they try to drift away from these memories, you remain the beacon in the darkness, a symbol of a connection that transcends the mundane. This bond, profound and soulful, is something rare and extraordinary. It is not merely a fleeting attraction but a deep, intrinsic connection that binds two souls in a way that few ever experience in a single lifetime. This realization, as beautiful as it is painful, has ignited a fierce internal conflict within them. The intensity of the connection you share has become impossible to dismiss, reawakening a warmth they believed had long been extinguished. It stirs within them emotions that are as raw as they are real, forcing them to acknowledge feelings they once tried to bury beneath layers of indifference and denial. Yet, while they are overwhelmed by this resurgence of passion, you, on the other hand, have embarked on a remarkable journey of self-improvement and transformation. In the time you have spent away from this painful chapter, you have dedicated yourself to growth and self-discovery. You have become stronger and more independent, evolving in ways that have only deepened the allure of your character. Your focus on personal betterment, on rising above past obsessions and destructive patterns, has given you a magnetic quality, a strength that draws them back with an intensity they scarcely understand. Your journey has not only helped you move on from old fixations, but it has also illuminated qualities within you that are both inspiring and unattainable for those still mired in regret. Despite the passage of time and the physical or emotional distance that might have separated you, the connection between you has not waned. On the contrary, it has grown richer and more complex, weaving itself into the fabric of your shared history. It is as though you are never truly apart. Even when you are physically distant, there is an invisible thread that binds your souls together. They find solace and torment in dreams where you appear so vividly, so tangible that it is impossible to dismiss the reality of your bond. In these dreams, you stand by their side, a constant companion in a landscape painted with both hope and sorrow, underscoring the undeniable depth of your connection. Often, their mind drifts to a future where the two of you are united in life. They imagine a shared existence filled with love, laughter, and the warmth of a family built on mutual understanding and respect. In these visions, every detail seems etched in the heart, a future where every shared moment is a testament to the love that once was and could still be. However, the reality is bittersweet. For while these visions offer a glimpse of happiness, they are also marred by fear and indecision. Overwhelmed by the shadows of past missteps, they find themselves trapped in an endless cycle of what-ifs and if-onlys. Instead of taking decisive action to bridge the gap between fantasy and reality, they remain ensnared in a web of self-doubt and regret, paralyzed by the enormity of their lost opportunities. The weight of past decisions bears down on them like an anchor, making every moment of solitude a reminder of what has been lost. They are caught in a tumultuous struggle between the desire for redemption and the paralyzing grip of regret. Each sleepless night becomes a battleground where the ghosts of bygone choices clash with the hope of what could be. Yet, amid this internal strife, a fragile spark of hope begins to flicker. This hope is not blind or naive, rather, it is born out of a deep recognition of the unique and enduring bond you share. It is this understanding that plants the seeds of redemption, a realization that the path forward lies in confronting the past and healing the wounds inflicted by it. To move beyond the shadows of their former self, they must first come to terms with the pain they have caused, not only to you but also to themselves. This journey is as much about seeking forgiveness as it is about learning to forgive oneself. In the painful process of introspection, they begin to see that the route to healing is paved with the acceptance of past mistakes, the courage to confront them head-on, and the determination to forge a new path. In acknowledging their failings, they also come to appreciate the rare and genuine connection that exists between you, a connection that is worth every ounce of effort required to mend it. Reflecting on what once was, they recall the early days of your shared journey with a mix of sorrow and gratitude. At the time, they were too stubborn, too caught up in their own misguided perceptions, to recognize the extraordinary nature of what you had together. They mistook your bond for something casual, something that could be easily set aside, never imagining that it would leave such an indelible mark on their soul. Instead, they now see that from the very beginning, your connection was something profound, a raw, unfiltered emotion that defied the superficiality of everyday interactions. You challenged them in ways no one else ever had. You held up a mirror to the parts of themselves they had long ignored, forcing them to confront painful truths about how external influences had once dictated their choices and charted their course in life. The challenges you presented were not easy to face, and the battles you fought together, filled with arguments, conflicts, and moments of bitter confrontation, were just as real as the joy and comfort you once shared. Those early days, marked by both strife and ecstasy, were a testament to the fact that every relationship has its unique rhythm, a mix of pain and pleasure, hardship and hope. And even though the journey was fraught with difficulty, it was real, It was transformative, and it was undeniably impactful. From the moment you entered their life, there was an irresistible pull, a magnetic force that seemed to draw them closer to you with every heartbeat. Your presence was not only captivating, it was transformative. Their heart and soul recognized something in you that transcended mere physical attraction. It was a deep-seated recognition, a sense of destiny that affirmed your significance in their life. Even now, they confess that despite all efforts to move on, the thought of you lingers, an ever-present reminder of a love so profound that it defies the ordinary. The mere memory of you brings both solace and pain, a bittersweet reminder of the happiness that once enveloped their life. There are moments when the absence of your energy feels like a void too immense to fill. The lack of your presence leaves a gap that echoes with the sound of lost time and opportunities. Their heart aches in a way that is both unbearable and strangely beautiful, for it is the mark of a love that was genuine and life-altering. They often wonder if you still feel that spark, if somewhere deep within you lies a memory of the connection you once shared. Perhaps, in a quiet moment of reflection, you too recall those days with a pang of bittersweet nostalgia, a reminder that what you had was unique and irreplaceable. In the quiet solitude of their introspection, they have come to realize that surrendering to this connection does not mean giving up on it. It means accepting the reality of the emotions that bind you, even if those emotions are tangled with pain and regret. Surrender, in this sense, is not an act of defeat but a courageous acknowledgement of the deep, underlying truth that the love you share is as real as it is complex. It is a love that has weathered storms and survived the harshest of trials, a love that continues to illuminate even the darkest corners of their existence. The lessons learned from this journey are profound. They have discovered the importance of authenticity, of being true to oneself even when the path is fraught with uncertainty. Through all the fights, disagreements, and moments of silence, there emerged a greater understanding of what it truly means to love and be loved. The vulnerability you shared with each other, the raw honesty of your emotions, became the foundation upon which your connection was built. It taught them that true strength lies in acknowledging one's imperfections and in embracing the full spectrum of emotions that life has to offer. Even as you moved forward on your individual paths, they have been laboring tirelessly to create a new beginning in their life. This new chapter is not merely about mending a broken relationship, it is a complete transformation of self. Exhausted by a life once dictated by fear, pride, and ego, they have finally recognized the toll that these negative forces have taken on both their well-being and on the bond you share. The process of transformation has been arduous, filled with moments of deep self-reflection and painful realizations. Yet, every step forward has been a testament to their commitment to becoming a better version of themselves, a version that is capable of cherishing and nurturing the connection that once slipped through their fingers. One of the most significant obstacles they have confronted is their deep-seated codependency, a dependency that once bound them to relationships which, though familiar and seemingly supportive, ultimately hindered their emotional and spiritual growth. For a long time, these karmic ties kept them from reaching their full potential. Recognizing the need to break free from these unhealthy patterns has been both a humbling and transformative experience. With determination and self-compassion, they are now actively working to heal the wounds of dependency, understanding that only by overcoming these barriers can they truly pave the way for a more balanced and fulfilling future, one where the love between you can thrive without the chains of the past. Alongside addressing codependency, they are also confronting the many endings that have punctuated their life. These endings, though painful and often unexpected, are viewed as necessary chapters in the story of their transformation. By letting go of old habits, severing toxic relationships, and discarding negative thought patterns, they are gradually clearing the path for new beginnings. Each farewell, as heart-wrenching as it may be, is a stepping stone toward a life filled with fresh opportunities and the promise of happiness. It is a process of shedding what no longer serves their higher purpose and embracing the possibility of a renewed existence, one where every moment is infused with the hope of rediscovery and growth. In the midst of this transformative journey, the bond you share remains a constant source of inspiration. It is not just a relic of the past, it is a guiding light that illuminates the path toward a future brimming with potential. The memories of shared laughter, the silent understanding that passed between you in moments of vulnerability, and the lessons learned through both joy and sorrow have all contributed to a connection that defies the ordinary. It is a connection built on mutual respect, profound understanding, and the kind of love that endures even when tested by time and distance. Reflecting on everything that has transpired, they have come to appreciate that the love you experienced together was not simply a series of fleeting moments, but a transformative force that reshaped the very core of who you both are. It taught them to see the world in a different light, to understand that every challenge and every triumph is an integral part of the intricate tapestry of life. In the quiet moments of solitude, when the weight of past choices feels overwhelming, the memory of your love serves as both a balm and a beacon, reminding them that true connection is worth every sacrifice. There are times when they find themselves almost overwhelmed by the depth of what was shared, so much so that the absence of your energy feels unbearable. In those moments, they are reminded that surrendering to the connection does not equate to giving up on the love you both once nurtured. Instead, it is a gentle, yet profound, acceptance of reality, a recognition that the essence of your relationship, with all its complexities and imperfections, remains a part of them. This acceptance is not an end but a beginning, a starting point for healing, redemption, and the promise of a future where the past is acknowledged, but no longer holds the power to dictate the terms of tomorrow. In embracing the truth of your shared history, they have resolved to rebuild the foundations of the relationship on principles of mutual growth and authentic connection. They are determined to prove, not only to you but to themselves, that the lessons learned from previous missteps can lead to a richer, more fulfilling life. This transformation is not instantaneous, it is a gradual, evolving process that requires patience, perseverance, and above all, a willingness to embrace the inherent uncertainties of life. Yet, every step they take on this journey is imbued with the hope of reconciling the past and forging a future where the love between you can flourish unencumbered. Ultimately, they have come to understand that while the scars of yesterday may never fully fade, they can serve as reminders of the strength that lies within, the strength to change, to heal, and to rise above the limitations of regret. With every new day, they strive to transform their pain into purpose, their remorse into motivation, and their longing into a beacon of hope. Your journey together, though marked by moments of heartache and misunderstanding, remains a testament to the enduring power of true connection. It is a connection that, even in the face of overwhelming odds, continues to illuminate the path forward. As they continue on this challenging, yet ultimately rewarding, path of self-discovery and renewal, they want you to know that every effort they make is driven by a single, unwavering truth: you are the center of their universe. The void left by your absence is a constant reminder of the beauty and significance of what you once shared. It is this realization, a profound, heart-wrenching acknowledgement of what has been lost and what might yet be reclaimed, that fuels their determination to change. With each new dawn, they take another step towards mending the fractured pieces of their past, hopeful that one day, the love you once knew can be reborn into something even more resilient and true. In the end, the journey toward reconciliation is not just about winning back what was lost, it is about understanding that every experience, every regret, every lesson learned is a vital part of who you both are. It is a journey of growth, forgiveness, and the ultimate acceptance of life's inherent imperfections. And in that acceptance lies the promise of a future where both of you can stand together as equals, united by a bond that has weathered the fiercest storms and emerged stronger than ever. So, as you both navigate this intricate dance of emotion, regret, and hope, remember that surrendering to the truth of your connection does not mean capitulating to despair. Instead, it signifies a powerful embrace of all that has been and all that can be, a promise to honor the past, learn from its lessons, and move forward with courage, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to love. In that shared journey lies the true essence of your bond, a love that, despite the trials and tribulations of life, remains as vital, as profound, and as unforgettable as ever. Embracing this new chapter, they stand ready to confront every lingering shadow of their past, to dissolve the barriers that once held them back, and to step boldly into a future illuminated by the light of your shared connection. Every tear shed, every moment of pain, is now transformed into a stepping stone on the path to redemption, a journey that, while fraught with challenges, is also rich with the promise of a love reborn. And through it all, the enduring truth remains: your presence, your spirit, and the extraordinary connection you share will forever be the guiding force that inspires them to become the person you deserve. In this grand tapestry of love, loss, regret, and redemption, the journey is far from over. It is a continuous evolution, an ongoing narrative where every ending paves the way for a new beginning, a testament to the resilience of the human heart and its capacity to love, forgive, and ultimately, to heal.